Welcome back to the deep dive. We're going to be looking at some Ingress news today.
Yeah, we're going to do a deep dive into all the stuff that came out of the Ingress Insights video,
That's right.
and there's quite a bit there, so we should probably jump right in.
Let's do it. So, top of the list, the Discovery Anomaly.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Big one, a multi-phase event, and we're in phase 2 right now.
Right, and it ends pretty soon, actually.
It does, November 17th.
So if you haven't started on this yet, you better get going.
Yeah, what is it, 30 kinetic capsule brews to get that medal?
Yeah, the Discovery Anomaly medal, and that's not all.
Right.
The faction that has the most agents who complete that challenge actually gets a score multiplier for Phase 3.
So it really matters.
It does. Every little bit counts, so get out there. Brew those capsules.
And speaking of brewing capsules, you know what would make that easier?
Oh, tell me.
The Year 11 event.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Happening November 10th to the 20th.
Stacked with bonuses.
Stacked. One of those bonuses, guess what it is?
I'm going to guess it has something to do with kinetic capsules.
You got it.
Ah.
1 kilometer kinetic capsule distances.
Oh, that's huge. That makes it so easy.
So easy. So even if you're not like, super hardcore trying to get that medal,
Right.
this is a good time to stock up and, get some of those recipes done that require a lot of walking.
Definitely a good time to level up your inventory before that bonus goes away.
That's right.
Speaking of changes, there's a Wayfair update we should talk about.
Okay.
This one's causing a little bit of a stir in the community.
Yeah.
So starting November 1st, new way spots are going to start appearing in Pokemon Go
Okay.
and other Niantic games,
Mm-hmm.
but not Ingress.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, their explanation is that these new way spots will initially have placeholder images until players contribute photos. But even once those photos are in place, Ingress is still being left out in the cold. It's raising some questions,
Yeah.
Is this a sign that Ingress is maybe taking a back seat to some of their other newer games?
Like Pokemon Go.
Exactly. How's this going to impact portal density in Ingress compared to other games?
Yeah.
What does it say about Niantic's long-term vision for the Ingress community? We just don't know.
Yeah. That's definitely something to keep an eye on.
For sure. And while we're talking about new things in the store,
Yeah.
there's the Dark XM Flu Halloween bundle.
Ooh, spooky.
Right. This one's available until November 17th, so it's going away soon too.
Okay.
And it includes a unique character badge featuring a Klue-like figure, like from the board game,
Oh, okay.
but with that Dark XM aesthetic.
I like it.
It's very cool. What's interesting here, though, is the price.
Okay. How much?
30,800 CMU,
Whoa.
which is significantly higher than previous seasonal badges.
So,
This could be a sign of a new trend.
yeah, are they going to start charging more for these really cool character badges?
It's certainly a possibility.
Well, you were saying you wanted a kinetic capsule badge?
I did.
Do you think this is a sign?
It could be. We'll have to see how this plays out.
Yeah.
And does it influence player spending?
Right.
Does it change the in-game economy? We'll have to wait and see.
Okay, well, that's something to watch for sure.
Definitely.
Now, speaking of changes that are impacting players, a lot of buzz about First Saturdays.
Oh, yeah. This is a big one starting in January.
Big change.
Virtual First Saturdays are no longer going to count towards earning the badge.
Interesting.
Yeah. So Niantic is saying that they want to encourage more in-person community building.
Which, on the surface makes sense.
Right. I mean, I get it.
Get people out there.
Meaning face-to-face.
Yeah.
But couldn't they do that with in-game incentives for virtual participation as well?
Right. Like, why not both?
Exactly. And what about those players who are in remote areas?
Right. Or they have limited mobility and they rely on that virtual format.
Yeah. Are those players just going to be left out?
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
valid concern.
It is. And
Right.
while I think encouraging local communities is definitely a positive step, I think it's really crucial that Niantic thinks about all of their players.
Right. All the different kinds of players.
Exactly.
Oof.
And make sure that everyone feels included.
Yeah. And, it'll be really interesting to see how this change impacts the community.
For sure, will we start seeing these hybrid events
Right.
that combine the online and the in-person?
Yeah.
Will the community itself find ways to recognize that virtual participation?
Right. Maybe create their own things.
We'll have to see.
Yeah. It's fascinating because it really reflects this trend we're seeing in gaming in general.
Yeah. Like a shift back toward...
A real world.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that face-to-face connection.
Yeah. It's like Ingress is kind of going back to its roots.
Yeah, reminding us that it's not just about the digital.
Right.
It's about those real-world connections.
Exactly. It's about getting out there and
Exploring.
meeting people.
And that's what makes Ingress so unique.
Right?
Mm.
Absolutely. All right, now before we get too philosophical here, let's get back to the nitty-gritty of gameplay.
Let's do it.
We talked about kinetic capsules earlier, and they seem to be playing a bigger role in all these upcoming events.
They are.
Maybe it's time to give our listeners a deeper understanding
Yeah, let's break it down.
of how they work and how to use them strategically.
All right, let's crack open those kinetic capsules and see what's inside. So basically, they're like,
Mini alchemy labs.
yeah, you put in specific items.
Yeah,
Got to follow the recipe.
right, like baking.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the key. You got to walk.
Ah, so that's what makes them kinetic.
That's it. The movement triggers the transformation.
So it's not just about hoarding items, it's like,
It's part of the game.
yeah, it's a part of the exploration.
Exactly. And the cool thing is the transformations are so diverse. You can upgrade resonators. You can convert power cubes into hypercubes.
Wow.
You can even boost media items.
So it's not just about getting more stuff, it's about,
It's about making what you have better.
yeah.
And, of course, there are different types of capsules.
Right, we've
Correct.
got the green ones, everyone knows those.
Yeah, those are the common ones available at level 4.
Right, and then there's
The rare ones.
the purple and the orange ones.
Those are the limited use ones. You usually get those from events or you got to buy them in the store.
Right, and that's where the strategy comes up.
Exactly. Knowing when to use those rare capsules for which recipe that can make or break your game, especially with events like Year 11.
Oh yeah, because the walking distance is reduced?
Exactly. So it's not just about getting that medal.
Right.
It's about using those rare capsules to their full potential.
Well, you can.
Exactly. Got to think long term.
Right, it's about resource management, you know.
It is. You got to understand the value of those bonuses and how to align your crafting with your long-term goals in the game.
Okay, so kinetic capsules check. Let's get back to that November calendar.
Okay, what's next?
We got first Saturday on the 4th.
Oh, right. The last chance to earn the badge virtually.
Get it while you can.
Yeah, last chance to get comfy on the couch and snag that badge.
And then
After that, it's back to the real world.
back to the real world, November 10th through the 20th.
Year 11 celebration.
Year 11.
And it's loaded.
Stacked.
Double AP.
Oh, yeah.
Increased hack output.
Mm-hmm.
Reduced drone cooldowns.
Don't forget those 1 kilometer kinetic capsule distances.
Oh, yeah, right. And the ability to deploy 2 L8 resonators simultaneously.
Oh, man, it's going to be huge for territorial control.
So much going on.
It's a lot for agents to take advantage of.
So if you're an agent, what's your game plan?
You got to prioritize. You know, what are your goals? Are you trying to level up?
Right. Gear acquisition.
Dominate territory. Get those medals, figure out what you want, and then go after it.
Stay focused.
That's it. Don't get distracted by all the shiny bonuses.
And of course,
Yeah.
use those reduced kinetic capsule distances.
Stock up on everything you need. Get those rare capsules brewing.
I have a feeling that double AP is going to be a big draw.
Yeah, a lot of competitive agents could be out there.
Definitely any tips for maximizing those AP gains?
Oh, yeah, good question.
Well, linking is crucial. You know, building those fields generates a ton of AP, especially if you're coordinating with your local team.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Exactly. And don't forget about glyph hacking. It takes a little extra time, but it's worth it for the AP and the item bonuses.
Oh, yeah, glyph hacking is key.
And then, of course, there are missions. You can always get some steady AP from those, especially if you do them as a group.
So strategic linking, efficient glyph hacking, and coordinated mission runs, that's the recipe.
That's it. If you want to level up fast, that's what you got to do.
But for those of us who, you know, maybe can't play 24/7,
Right, the casual agents.
there's the Ingress Year 11 medal.
Oh, yeah, that one's easy to get.
Super easy. Just earn 1 AP between November 15th, 2022 and November 20th, 2023.
Basically, if you played Ingress in the last year, you're good.
Yeah, you got it.
Nice little bonus.
A little something for everyone.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
we've got first Saturday, year 11. What else is happening in November?
Well, on the 12th,
Let me guess.
second Saturday.
Of course, got to get those 6 unique missions for the
Yeah.
badge.
And remember, it can be any missions you've done before.
Oh, yeah?
If you've got a favorite set, go for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No need to reinvent the wheel.
Then on the 18th,
The big one.
the main event, Discovery Anomaly, Phase 3.
Primary site is in Bangkok, Thailand,
Oh, wow.
with satellites in Pio, Italy, and Atlanta, USA.
So
Get ready for those on-the-ground portal battles.
if you're near those locations,
Be there or be square.
and for those of us who can't make it to those live events,
There's an alternative.
there is.
The Discovery Reclaimer Challenge
Okay.
runs from November 19th to December 15th. Reclaim 100 MU portals to earn that Discovery badge.
So it's a more combat-focused path to
Exactly.
the same reward.
And don't forget, reclaiming those portals also contributes to your faction score for Phase 5.
So every little bit helps.
Every action counts.
All right, so November's looking pretty busy.
It is.
But before we move on to December, there's one more recurring event I wanted to mention.
Okay, what's that?
Every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. local time. It's Ingress Tuesday.
Ingress Tuesday. What is that?
Double AP on all actions during those hours.
Nice.
It's a little midweek boost.
You got to keep those AP bars moving.
Exactly. All right, I think we've covered November pretty thoroughly.
Yeah, we did a good job.
Let's turn our scanners towards December. What's coming up in the last month of the year?
Well, December might be a short month,
Right.
but it's still packed with Ingress action.
Yeah. All right, let's unpack it. What's first on the agenda?
First up, we've got first Saturday on December 2nd.
Okay.
And remember, this is the first one where virtual participation doesn't get you the badge.
So get out there.
That's right. It's time to embrace those real-world meetups.
Meet your fellow agents.
Explore new areas.
Yeah, maybe even make some new friends.
And of course, you still get to do those 6 unique missions.
That's right.
It's all about adapting. You know, the game is changing.
Yeah.
But we can still enjoy those core elements.
That's right. Speaking of missions,
Oh, yeah.
there's another mission-focused event happening in December.
Tell me more.
From December 8th to the 15th.
Okay.
It's the Yuletide Mission Challenge.
Oh, I love this one.
It's a global event, encouraging agents to create and complete missions.
With a holiday theme.
Festive.
I love it. It's a fun way to get into the holiday spirit, you know, spread some Ingress cheer.
Yeah, and I bet those themed missions will lead agents to some really interesting places.
Oh, for sure.
You know, hidden gems, festive landmarks, things they might not have discovered otherwise.
Definitely a great opportunity to show off your local knowledge.
Yeah, get creative with those missions.
Exactly. Why not decorate those mission paths with some virtual candy canes and twinkling lights?
I love it. Okay, so we've got first Saturday, the Yuletide Mission Challenge. Anything else happening in December?
Well, there's second Saturday, of course.
Oh, right on the 9th.
Yep. 6 unique missions earn your badge tick.
Business as usual.
Exactly. But maybe with a little holiday twist.
Oh, yeah, because it's happening at the same time as the Yuletide Mission Challenge.
That's right.
Okay, what about those of us who prefer hacking over hiking? You know.
The digital scavengers.
Yeah.
Anything for us.
You're in luck, my friend. From December 22nd to the 29th, it's the holiday hacking spree. Ooh. Tell me more.
Hack output for all portals is increased, so everyone can stock up on items and resources.
Nice.
It's like an early Ingress present.
I like it. What should agents be focusing on during this holiday hacking spree?
Well, it really depends on what you need. You know, if you're low on resonators or XMPs, this is your chance to stock up.
Right.
If you're trying to level up, use that increased output to get as much AP as possible.
It's all about maximizing those hacks.
Exactly. And, you know, since it's the holiday season, why not spread some cheer?
Oh, yeah.
Drop some high-level gear at popular farming spots.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
Share the wealth.
Yeah, get into that holiday spirit.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got first Saturday, Yuletide Mission Challenge, second Saturday, holiday hacking spree. December may be a short month, but
It's a busy one.
it is packed with Ingress festivities.
And there's one more thing. Oh, we don't know the date yet,
Ooh, a mystery.
but Niantic has hinted at a special New Year's event.
To ring in 2024?
Exactly.
Ooh, what can we expect?
Well, they haven't released many details,
Okay.
but based on previous years, I'm guessing we'll see some bonus AP periods, maybe some special gear drops,
Okay.
and maybe even a limited edition badge.
To commemorate the new year.
Exactly.
I love a good surprise. Guess we'll just have to wait and see.
That's part of the fun.
It is. All right, we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have
From the Discovery Anomaly all the way to December's festive events.
lots to look forward to.
But before we sign off, I want to take a step back and look at the bigger picture.
Okay.
What does all this tell us about the state of Ingress as we head into 2024?
You know what I think is really interesting is how Ingress just keeps evolving.
It does.
We've seen new mechanics like kinetic capsules, changes to the community with the end of virtual first Saturdays.
Right.
And there's always something new happening, always some event to keep players engaged.
It's like the game itself is alive.
It is. It's constantly growing and changing
Responding to its environment.
into the players.
And that's what keeps it fresh and exciting, you know?
Definitely.
It's not just about capturing portals and building fields.
It's a community.
It is. It's about connecting with people, exploring your surroundings, pushing yourself physically and strategically.
And having fun.
Absolutely. It's a game that rewards curiosity, collaboration, and a healthy dose of competition.
Well said.
So to our listener, as you navigate the world of Ingress, remember this.
What's that?
The game is more than just a collection of portals and rules.
It's a living, breathing world.
It is. Shaped by the actions and aspirations of its players.
Embrace the challenges, Seize the opportunities, never stop exploring.
Keep those scanners charged, agents.
We'll be back soon for another deep dive.
Until then, happy hacking.
And remember, the world around you is not what it seems.
As we've been talking about all these upcoming events and changes, it really strikes me how much Ingress relies on its community.
Yeah, it's a real partnership, isn't it?
It is.
Like the game provides the structure, the tools, the challenges.
Right. The foundation.
But it's the players who really make it come alive.
Exactly. It's their dedication, creativity, passion that shapes the Ingress experience.
And it all comes back to something we talked about earlier. The host of Ingress Insights mentioned that they'd like to see a kinetic capsule badge.
Oh, yeah. I'd forgotten about that.
And, it's a small thing, but I think it says a lot.
How so?
Well, it shows that players are already thinking ahead.
Right.
They're thinking about how these capsules can be a permanent part of the game.
And how to integrate them. Yeah.
Exactly. And medals and badges are really powerful motivators in games like this.
Yeah, they appeal to that collector and all of us.
Right? It's like a virtual trophy case.
Yeah.
You can show off your achievements.
A record of your dedication.
Yeah. And the fact that players are already coming up with badge ideas for kinetic capsules, I think it shows that they're not treating them like a temporary thing.
They're here to stay.
Exactly. The community is embracing them, figuring out the strategies, and they're encouraging Niantic to develop them even further.
It's almost like a collaboration, isn't it?
It is. It's like Niantic sets the stage, but the players write the story.
That's a great way to put it. And, speaking of shaping the narrative, the decision to end virtual for Saturdays, that's another example of this back and forth.
Yeah, there's definitely been a lot of discussion about it.
It's a big change.
It is, and I think it shows how diverse the Ingress community is.
Because there are so many different perspectives.
Exactly. Some people see it as a positive thing, a return to the roots of the game.
Right, getting back to those real-world meetups.
Exactly. And then others are worried about being excluded,
Yeah, what about the people who can only participate virtually?
Exactly. It's a valid concern.
It is, and it'll be interesting to see how Niantic handles this moving forward.
Yeah. How do they balance their vision for the game with the needs of the players?
Right, because they have to find a way to be inclusive.
They do.
Maybe we'll see those hybrid events you were talking about.
Could be a combination of virtual and real-world activities.
Or maybe the community will come up with its own solutions,
Oh, yeah. Like their own ways to recognize virtual participation.
Exactly. I think what this all comes down to is that Ingress is more than just a game.
It really is.
It's a community, a global network of people who are all connected by this shared experience.
It's a phenomena.
It is. And as Ingress keeps evolving, I think that sense of community, that passion for exploration, that's what's going to keep it going.
Couldn't agree more.
So to our listener, as you're out there exploring the world of Ingress,
keep an open mind.
Yeah, keep those scanners charged.
Embrace the challenges.
Seize the opportunities and never stop exploring.
And remember, the world around you is not what it seems.
Happy hacking, agents.
We'll see you next time for another deep dive.